We're going to welcome back Bert Lee.
I am here. I'm glad to be here. Always happy to do this wonderful thing for this great cause. Hear all these lovely performers and musicians and sing praises of our host, John Ryback, who is a tireless guy. Not even feeling well, he does this. You know, it's kind of amazing. I'm here to. My level seem okay to you, John?
Sounds good.
Very good. So I'm going to start with a tune you probably have never heard before. I rescued it from the old notebooks and rewrote it and changed the whole arrangement around about a month ago. So I think of it as a brand new song. And this tune is called Rainbow Wine. You're a catfish watching me from the bottom of a pool. Half of me is a fisherman and the other half is a fool. When I feel you make your move, I'm just a little too late. You're just a flicker in the ripples now. And you stole my bait. I wasn't ready just then. I'll be ready this time. Ready to taste your rainbow wine. Sometimes you drift off and you don't know you're asleep, and you see some shiny treasures there that you'd really like to keep. But you're only dreaming and you can't possess that prize. Those diamonds only fade away when you open up your eyes. I wasn't ready just then. I'll be ready this time. Ready to taste your rainbow wine. You keep on haunting me. I want to make you mine. I need you wanting me. Ready to taste your rainbow wine. I feel so impatient 'cause it all just takes so long. Every trick I played on you just came out all wrong. Now I feel so awkward like the shy boy at the dance. And you turn around and smile at me and there's my chance. I wasn't ready just then. I'll be ready this time. Ready to taste your rainbow wine. Rainbow Wine. This is a fairly new song, maybe about 2 months old. And I've been trying to write hopeful songs because the last couple of years have been kind of, I don't have to say anything more than that. So this is called Steady as She Goes, and it's a song dedicated to refugees seeking a safe harbor. Steady on, my captain, steady on, dear passengers and mates. The old world is behind us, ahead of us another one awaits. No matter how rough the waters, how hard the storm wind blows, we are sailing for tomorrow. Hold on, steady as she goes. Our compass, it is broken. We'll have to get our bearings from the stars. Our maps are torn and faded, but at least we know just where the dragons are. We are praying for the morning where the hurricane subsides into the breeze, and a kind wind fills the mainsail, and pretty dolphins dance across the seas. Oh, hold on, steady as she goes. Oh, hold on, steady as she goes. We are worn but hopeful refugees, weary from the arguments and wars. We have sailed 1,000 leagues now, we may sail 1,000 more. Oh, somewhere there's an island, a paradise with rolling hills of green, where rivers run down the mountains, flowing fresh and sweet and clean. Oh, hold on, steady as she goes. Oh, hold on, steady as she goes. Steady on, my captain, steady on, dear passengers and mates. The old world is behind us, ahead of us another one awaits. No matter how rough the waters, or how hard the storm wind blows, we are sailing for Elysium. Hold on, steady as she goes, steady as she goes, steady as she goes. Thank you, musical fans. Thank you so much. Hope you like that. This is an older tune of mine. It goes back all the way back to 1979. And the original tune actually goes back to 1933. It's based on a riff by Django Reinhardt and Stefan Grappelli called Daphne. And I always wanted to write lyrics for it. I finally found some lyrics that somebody wrote for Django, and they just really sucked the biscuit. They were terrible, terrible lyrics. So I put together these, I hope, cleverer lyrics than that. And because I can't play anywhere near as good as Django, I rearranged it so that it could be played with my, I guess, signature finger-picking style that you're hearing here. So this is Daphne, and I hope you enjoy it. And once again, what a privilege it is to do this. I haven't done it for the last couple of months because of personal problems that are of no consequence. But to be back here and to listen to all these lovely people play and people calling in and supporting this worthwhile cause, yes. Yes to John Ryback. That's what that is. Daphne. Well, it's springtime on the Champs-Élysées, little breeze stirring in the trees, and I'm a-listening to the birds and bees and thinking about my Daphne. You can keep your Spanish ladies, your Fraulines and your Rose O'Grady's. I'm as happy as a man can be just to have my Daphne. She's an eyeful, my oh my, you know she makes me want to flap and fly. Can she, can, man, oh man, there is nothing sweeter than her kisses, just like sips of wine. When she says she's mine, oh mine, you know she leaves me speechless as a mime, and I'm crazy about her. She's the rave of old King Louis, lacy dress and parapluie. Shout out ooh la la and ooey. I'm crazy about my Daphne, with her kisses just like sips of wine. When she says she's mine, all mine, she leaves me speechless as a mime. And I'm crazy about her, crazy. Oh, Daphne, I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris every year. I love Paris. Oh why do I love Paris? Because my love is near. What a pleasure, what a treasure, my petite bijou.
Hey, that's French. My little jewel.
My
Aw.
little jewel, mon petit bijou. That line is from a Lambert Hendrickson Ross song called Bijou. And if you don't know Lambert Hendrickson Ross, I'm you know, they're an old a trio from the 50s and 60s, and I guess that dates me, which is a good thing because no one else will date me, and it's, you know, I got to do what I got to do. But they're great harmony singers. They sang really, really tight jazz harmonies.
We love you, Bert.
This is let's get down to some of the basic Bert Lee staples, the ones that hold my binding together. If you know what I'm saying, and if you don't, hey, screw it. People, I have finished a project. It soon will be arriving online in the form of a long video connecting a bunch of songs together. The whole project started about 8 years ago, and this was the first song I wrote that gave an intimation of where I was going with this. This is a song about my grandfather, who came over from Ireland at the age of 13, and then fled from New York so as not to be impressed into the Civil War. He went up to Montreal to see if he could drink Canada dry. Unable to succeed at that, he rented a horse. Actually, it was a mule, but he had grandiose ideas about that. And he traveled across the Great West, where he finally ended up in Denver, Colorado, and had a short but unsuccessful career as a stagecoach robber. So that's the first verse of this song, and it goes on for, I think, about 80 minutes. So just, you know, make some popcorn for yourself. Actually, it's a very short verse, and then the rest of the song is a meditation on the socioeconomic zeitgeist. Sorry. My grandpa was a grifter, a gambler and a heel. He snuck around from town to town and dealt a dirty deal. He went out in the wild world to steal what he could steal. You know he stole a fortune, but the money wasn't real. No, the money wasn't real. Funny how it was, you know now, the money wasn't real. He set out as a bandit, he came back empty-handed. He should have been a rich man, but the money wasn't real. Now the Pharaoh was a miser, and his story has been told. He had 10,000 workers build a pyramid to hold all his statues and his trappings and his caskets and his gold. He wanted to have everything, but all he got was old, 'cause none of it was real. Funny how it is, you know now, none of it was real. His monument so grand just got covered up by sand. Now he's just another mummy, man, 'cause none of it was real. Now a poor man buys a loaf of bread, he shares it and it's gone. A rich man wrecks his Porsche, and yet his wealth keeps rolling on. And the good things that you've said and done are nothing you can pawn. 'Cause when you're in the underclass, you're always overdrawn. 'Cause the money isn't real. Funny how it is, you know now, the money isn't real. You can follow all the rules made by idiots for fools, and you think you've got your just reward, but you won't. You won't pick up a penny, you might spare a dime. $1 buys a pretty meager way to waste your time. A C-note gets you groceries, and $1,000 might buy a grill. You might rake in a shitload and still not get your fill. Hey, I live in America, a country built on greed. I suppose that's not a bad thing if you just take what you need. But it seems everyone's afflicted by a hunger to exceed. Why should one man have 1 billion when there's 1 million mouths to feed? 'Cause the money isn't real. Funny how it is, you know now, the money isn't real. You can burn it, you can earn it, oh, but in the end you'll learn that it all amounts to nothing. Now I bought me some insurance in case I pass away. I've heard that that could happen, and who am I to say? I might live forever, oh, then they'd never have to pay. Shit, who would be the loser then if it all turned out that way? 'Cause the money isn't real. Funny how it is, you know now, the money isn't real. You can spend it, you can lend it, oh, you'll find that in the end it all amounts to nothing. Yes, it's funny how it all amounts to nothing. So funny how it all amounts to nothing, 'cause the money isn't. Oh, the money is not real. We all know that. We all know that. This is the further adventures of my grandfather. That horse that he got when he was very young. He rode that horse for a number of years through his stagecoach robbing period, and eventually, when he decided to go back east, he sold the horse. But as he was trying to sell it to somebody, it died. So he didn't have a lot of luck with things. Dear old man, but he was definitely not the luckiest guy in the world. So I decided to write a song about that horse because I've seen old daguerreotype pictures of similar horses called Moonlight Palominos. And this song is about Butterfly. And I will segue from it to a song called Calamity Jane, the Ballad of Calamity Jane. And then we'll see how much time I have left to throw some more stuff at you. And thank you all for listening. And thanks for your kind support. I do appreciate it. I haven't been playing enough recently, as my chops might reveal to you. But I'm happy to be back at it and doing some more gigs up soon. So I might be traveling around the country, Philadelphia, New Haven, doing some gigs. Butterfly. I have a little pony with star drops in her eyes. Her coat is slick and black as silk. I call her Butterfly. I ride her in the valley where the river water's sweet. She drinks it like a lady and she prances with her feet. The eagle on the wing is chasing shadows in the sun, and lightning doesn't stand a chance when you see my pony run. Her mane flies out like fire when she's running with the wind. I know she'll never throw me, that pony is my friend. I started out in Dallas, that's where I was raised. Took up a life of gambling and all of my luck be praised. I went out to California where the streets were paved with mud. Bought a pair of pistols and I learned to thrive on blood. I shot a man in anger over something that he said, and I had to give up gambling when the gold turned into lead. I left all that behind me and I'm running with the wind. I know they'll never find me, that pony is my friend. I was heading out from Reno, but the desert got too big. I lost all my provisions and all of my water dried. My pretty little pony fell down and broke a leg. I sent her to her maker and I lay down by her side. Now the buzzard on the wing is tracing circles in the sand, and a man cries out for water who's got diamonds in his hand. Now I've come to higher ground where the river has just begun, and I climb up on the mountaintop just to watch my pony run. I have a little pony with star drops in her eyes. Her coat is slick and black as silk, and the saddle she denies. I ride her in the valley where the river water's sweet. She drinks it up like champagne wine and prances with her feet. And I ride her in a hilly land where the river has just begun. And I climb up on the mountaintop just to watch my pony run. Calamity Jane comes down from the hills like the thunder and rain, a 6-gun goddess, 5 bullets shy. No one can tell if her life is a lie. Comes down from the hills like the wild night wind. Everybody knows her, she hasn't got a friend. She's got a room upstairs in the Deadwood Bar, a dime novel hero and a rodeo star. Shoots down dreams like bottles on a shelf, standing at the mirror and talking to herself. Jane, tall as a crane, who can believe and who can explain if her life is a legend or the legend is a lie? She shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. She rode with General Crook at Rosebud Hill. She shot like the devil, but she never made a kill. There's no need to kill them when the hard times will. She rode in the circus just to give them a thrill. Standing up in the saddle, never took a spill. But they only came to see old Buffalo Bill. Jane, tall as a crane, who can believe and who can explain if her life is a legend or the legend is a lie? She shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. She shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. How am I doing on time, Brother John?
Oh, you got 5 to 7 more minutes.
Okay, I'll do yet another tune. I like to do this tune these days because it's about people getting along with each other. It's everywhere I play it, it seems to strike a chord with people, no pun intended. Um, and it's self-explanatory. Don't like to talk too much, explain songs. Dylan said, if the song doesn't explain itself, then you weren't listening. Like, duh. Our old Italian neighborhood has turned Chinese, maybe for good. Water, water everywhere. The ghetto has been gentrified. The first folks have been pushed aside. It doesn't matter if it's fair. It's the same thing everywhere. Now the Indians that once lived here, they made their trade in hunting deer. Water, water everywhere. They made a bargain with the Dutch that really didn't leave them much. But the Dutchman didn't care. Money, money everywhere. Now the hippies have all moved upstate. The hipsters came to take their place. Maybe the only difference is the hair. And the little shops you could afford to shop in once, they now are boarded. But the building owners, they don't care. It's the same thing everywhere. Oh, but the water just goes where it will. You know it always flows downhill. Rivers running everywhere. And who are you and I to kid? It just does what it always did. It just goes where it's meant to be, flowing till it finds the sea. Water, water everywhere. Music clubs have all shut down. New York is a rich man's town. It doesn't matter if it's fair. And the only music that remains is while you're waiting for the trains. You can tip them if you care. So much free music everywhere. But the money just goes where it must. It's all about the boom or bust. Buddy, have you got a time to spare? And who are you and I to kid? It just does what it always did. Settles for the lowest bid. The bottom line is where it goes. That's just the way the money flows. Doesn't matter if it's fair. Now in my new Chinese neighborhood, the people that I meet are good. It's the same thing everywhere. No matter where they come from, friend, they're only people in the end. It's not their fault, they had to settle there. People, people everywhere. People trying just to be everywhere like you and me, like water flowing to the sea, going where we're meant to be. Water, 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 water everywhere. And with that, I do bid you all fondue. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend, and you stay happy and healthy and sane, and help each other and help people you don't even know, because that's what it's all about. Thank you, John, and thank you all. Good night now.
Thank you. All right, next up, we're going to welcome back Craig Greenberg.
Oh, hi, Craig.
if he's around. Uh-oh. I see his name. Do you have any hold music?
I got lots of music. I'm happy to do another song. That would be my pleasure.
Yeah, he's on in 4 minutes.
Oh, okay. Then 4 minutes. That's enough time to do something. Something. Okay. Tune is called "I Can't Go On." I'll go on. I've forgotten all the lyrics. I'm wide awake before the dawn. My purpose and my purse are gone. I can't go on. I will go on. The battle's lost before the sword is drawn. My shield and helmet put in pawn. I can't go on. I will go on. Time the thief is come and gone and left defenseless on my own. I can't go on. A newborn cries, and that's the start of songs and sadness, love and war. A rush of language from the heart, windows, madness, lamps and doors, metonym and metaphor. It's words alone and nothing else except the story silence tells. There is no creature stranger than this beast they call my fellow man. I can't go on, I will go on. Who denies the earth but finds the moon and staggers to the fiddler's tune. Born too late, dies too soon. First breath in, last breath out, birth's entrenchment, life's redoubt. I can't go on, I will go on. I've lost all the things I thought I've owned. Now I find that they were merely loaned. I can't replay, so I can't stay. My dreams were stolen by the dawn. My purpose and my purse are gone. The battle's lost before the sword is drawn. No peace has been agreed upon. And weak as an abandoned pawn, I seek to, but I can't go on. But I'll go on. I can't go on. I'll go on. Craig, you roundabout, buddy?
Yeah.
Nice to see you, friend.
To myself.
Thank you, Bert. Excellent set.
Thank you so much.